was more difficult than I thought it was gonna be. I haven't been live in a really long time, probably about 8 years. So this is gonna be interesting, but I'm just gonna do a little altar clean this morning, and I thought you guys could come along for the ride. So generally I kind of clean my altar. I try and do it at the beginning of each month just to kind of reset and clear any bad energy that has built up over the course of that month. I'm also having breakfast this morning, so so you'll be joining me for that. But yeah, I was on holiday in Slovakia for the start of this month, so I haven't cleared my altar yet for this month. And yeah, I got a lot of little offerings from Slovakia. I like to collect little nature things when I go away to special places, and then I'll give them as offerings. So I've got a lot of things to kind of put on today, change over. So yeah, we're just going to do that now. And I'll probably tell you a lot of little witchcraft things along the way. I look like this because it's morning and I've just woken up. I'm not gonna pretend to be anyone I'm not. I'm not about to go put loads of makeup on. Yeah, so this is me, and this is me clearing my altar. So I hope you are all having a lovely chill morning as well. And you can put me on in the background. You don't even have to watch me if you don't want to. I'm just here to be calming and soothing and show you little witchy things. But first I'm actually going to check that this is all working, because my phone is the other way around. I can't see the screen, I can't see. So let's just check on my computer if I'm actually doing anything right. So BRB. Yeah, cute. I think we're good. So we're gonna continue. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clear everything off the altar that's already on there. I'm gonna turn that music down because it's a bit intense. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to clear everything off the altar that's kind of already here. Sometimes I won't clear these books off because they're sort of standard, they just stay there, they don't really change. But the changeable things like the offerings, the incense, all of that needs to come off. So, and then we'll see how I feel after that. Oh, that one is going a little bit. Maybe you should put some things underneath these to stop them from like doing that, but I can't be bothered, so we'll just live with it. This is my like bowl of crystals. I recently got a new one. This one is literally from like a charity shop, and it's like got this little pattern on the inside, disco ball pattern, and I love it because it reminds me of my mum. So yeah, I think it's cute. I've got a lot of crystals in here. Some of them aren't really crystals, like some of them are stones that I find. Like this. I prefer the more stone-like ones because they're more natural over the tumbled ones. I do have a lot of tumbled ones because they're like easier to find. But yeah. I've also got my spirit guide in there. She just lives in there with my crystals. That's insane. I was just checking the sound was working, sorry. Okay, I need a dust brown brush for the next bit. It's just my incense holder. I empty that out every month. Just get that a little sweep, and now I'm just gonna give it a little wipe. First tea. So obviously, like practically, I have to clean the altar like once a month just because like the incense is quite messy. And like this holder, I love this holder because it's like little stars and moons. And my partner got it for me like in the honeymoon phase of our relationship. So I love it for that, but it's not great at actually containing the incense. So I have to clean it quite a bit because of that, which is fine because ordinarily I would do that to cleanse it anyway. So this picture of my mum just sort of sits on the top of my altar. I change the picture sometimes, it's a bit wonky at the moment actually. Yeah, I just made it worse. Fuck. But anyway, I've got this one up at the moment because she's sort of like wearing a little Converse and she's in her like goth era in that picture, so I like that. But I change the picture sometimes depending on like how I feel and the vibe of the season or whatever. Yeah. I think I'm gonna keep her like this though. These are vitamins because I'm old now. So we're just gonna pop her back. I recently changed where my ulcer is in my flat from like, it was in the bay window before, and now I've got it facing the sea, which is that way, which is a lot better because it feels like instead of worshipping the road, I'm worshipping the sea, which is obvious when you think about it, but because of the space that the bay window is, I thought, oh, that's like a really nice space to put an ulcer like physically, but I didn't think about like the spiritual implications of having it face away from the sea and towards the road, so it feels a lot better now. I've changed the orientation of it. Oh, hello. I can't read the comments on my phone this way. I have to go over here and read them. So my holiday was really good. I did a lot of things that were just like amazing. We went to like a castle ruined, and we also went to Slovak National Park, and we did this walk that's called Sushabella, which is probably pronounced differently because that sounds very Italian when I'm saying it like that. But yeah, it's basically this walk that you do through like a gorge in the mountains, in like the Tetra Mountains in Slovakia. And it's basically like, we were like, is this the wrong way? Because it's literally like you're walking in the river. I mean, it's not a massive river, it's like a stream kind of thing. But it's like you're just walking in the river and you're having to jump from like rock to rock to rock to like not get your feet completely drenched. We were like, surely this can't be the way. But it literally is, and it's kind of like part of it's like this like kind of assault course thing where you're like climbing up like 10-foot ladders, like sheer up like a rock face, or like hanging on like the side of a mountain with like a chain, and it's like no health and safety there, which personally I find like quite exhilarating. Some people might freak out, but yeah, it was amazing. Like the views were stunning, there were so many waterfalls, the colours were beautiful. I was like a tiny bit scared because they do have like brown bears in that particular national park, but basically you're just kind of told like as long as you're in groups of people and you like constantly talk, like they won't like come up to you, because basically they only like attack most of the time when you startle them. So if you're making a lot of noise, which is not really that much of a problem for me, I'm quite a talkative person. So yeah, we've got some things from the national park here. These are two stones that came from that river. I have no idea what rock this is, if I'm honest. It's very white, so I should probably look it up in my crystal book, but I haven't yet. It's not chalk. This is a bit of the castle that I didn't take it out of the wall, it crumbled off the wall, so that's a bit of the castle. And we've just got like a variety of pieces of foliage that came from the national park, which is pretty cool. That they let me through border control with, which is great. So, so yeah, my holiday was good. It was very good. What we're going to do next is with my incense is every month. Oh, and we've got some water. This is from the waterfall. That water came from the waterfall in Slovakia, which is amazing. I dipped my wand in it as well, just for like extra power. So we're just going to do a cleanse on the altar. Now, people like to do this differently. Oh, that'll be why. So, some people like to buy the huge like sage bundles. I don't think you need that, they're quite expensive. So I always just use sage incense. Sage is cleansing. So basically, just need a little sage incense. And it's my last one, so I better buy some more. We're just going to light it. I hope your day's going well as well. We're just having a chill Sunday morning here. That is very flimsy. Something went wrong at making the end of that incense. Anyway, yeah. I hope everyone's having a chill morning. I'm just going to cleanse this here. The crystal as well. I hope you don't mind, but I just need a minute to cleanse the rest of my house because that's what I do, so I'll be back. And we're back. My house isn't very big. Already made a mess of that one. Just wipe it off. very messy. I've not managed to see any fire. Well, a lie actually. Basically, in Liverpool, which is where I live, um, Scousers love to just like do fireworks anytime. They're just like readily available in the shops. It's just a thing here. So you get a lot of kids just like exploding fireworks randomly wherever. Sometimes it's quite dangerous, like they launch them at cars and stuff. Um, so yeah, I've seen some fireworks, but I've not been to like any display or anything like that. Yeah, it's just kind of not been on my radar because I was away for bonfire night, which is a little bit of a shame, obviously, because it's like my favourite night of the year. Like I love, like, which is funny because I'm a witch and I should, by that standpoint, hate it. But I love like the cozy feeling and like getting like food from like little market stalls and like watching the fireworks and big scarves and stuff like that. So yeah, I do love it, but also um, I was in a Slovakian national park hiking through a gorge, so I can't complain that much. Um, Fun fact, it was actually a full moon on bonfire night this year. It was the full moon of snow, ivy and dark moon, and it was for truth and honesty whilst reassessing your life. Now and generally also full moons are for releasing what's holding you back. So I feel like I did that because I was, as I said, hiking through a gorge. So I'm very pleased for that. Did you manage to see any fireworks displays? I feel like most of them would have been on this weekend because bonfire night was like a weekday or something. So yeah, I probably could have gone to one, but I felt so knackered. Don't fly Ryanair, man, because they're so cramped and squashed, and you just like you can't even sleep. Yeah, I was in an aisle seat on the way back as well, so yeah, it was a lot. Okay, we're gonna put our candles back. I kind of like that bit. Break off. Also, never throw away your wax. You can always reuse wax. You just melt it down and make it into another candle. I do it all the time. You just need to boil it on the hob. It doesn't take very long, it's wax. And then get a glass. Normally you can just reuse the glass that your candle, obviously not this type of candle, but one that a candle's already come in. Pour it into that, put a piece of string over the top, tie the piece of string to a stick, like a cocktail stick, and hang it down. And you make another candle, it's great. Anyway, so we're going to put these back on the top of the altar. So I've got life and death candles. So this is I can't remember what one this was. There was a reason this was life, but I can't remember. But anyway, the reason this was death is because it's lavender. And in some paganism / Native American tradition, the pathway to death is known as the lavender dunes. Probably because lavender is like sort of the herb that you use when you can't sleep. So yeah, that's why that's on the death side. We like to have them even. What was the one on the fifth light? Was that like a proper display? Was it like, you know, like a proper planned one? Sometime like last year, we bought like a box of it was called something cool. Basically, we got like marketed into buying like a box of fireworks because it was called something like wizardry or witchcraft or something, and I was like, yeah, let's buy them. It was like 19 quid or something, and I was like, yeah, we'll just buy it and let them off on the beach. Obviously, 19 quid in terms of fireworks nowadays does not get you that far. So, you know, a lot of the rockets don't even go that high, and you kind of fear for your life a bit. So yeah, it occurred to me that if you want to do like a big proper display, it's like hundreds of quid. So yeah, it's probably worth it going to like an organised one, because doing your own fireworks, as well as dangerous, don't do this at home, kids. It's also literally bloody expensive, so. Okay, so we've got our life and death on, and then on the top I normally put like 2 crystals either side for things I want to focus on, and also like main offerings that I've collected. So I'm probably going to put, don't know whether to put 2 stones from the river or 1 stone from the river and 1 from the castle. I'll probably do 1 from the river and 1 from the castle, just so we've got different things. Oh, I could do the water actually. Let's just do this. I need to put this into a different vial because they tend to evaporate in these ones because of the cork tops. I need another like little vial. Like these ones. Hold the water a lot better. Some of you might think it's strange to collect water, but you know, I just find it interesting. This one's from Pemel Mountain in Wales. That's, I think. So I like to ledger them. They've got like little things on them. I think that's from Pemel, Wales. This one's from France. This one's from another place in Wales called Fairy Glen, which is a really beautiful little glen near Conway. That also feels very magical. This one's from Warham Camp, which is the camp that Boadicea led her tribe, the Iceni, against the Roman invasion. They had a river that ran alongside the camp. It sort of served as like a trade route and also their water source. So that was very clear. Whereas like Fairy Glen is quite green now, so the magic in that one's a bit more algified, I don't know. So Pemel alright. France has got some serious sand going on. So Slovakia is very clear, which is good. But yeah, I need to, that's gone down a lot actually. Yeah, I need to find a vial. That's what I need to do. If you're wondering why I keep looking over there, it's because I've got like a thing on my laptop where I can actually like read people's comments, because my phone is the wrong way around. Okay, so let's put some crystals on, I think. So for the coming month, we've not got any Sabbats or solstices or equinoxes. We've just had Samhain, which is Halloween, and the next one will be Yule, which is the 21st of December. So we've got a whole month on our own. Pagans love a little party just to keep us going. So it's very sad when we have a month where we don't have one. There are 8 throughout the year, spaced evenly throughout the year, and a lot of them were stolen by Christians for holidays, which I won't get angry about in this stream because I'll be here for hours. But yeah, so the coming month we don't have any solstices, Sabbats or equinoxes. So I'm going to have to think about my intentions for the next month. I think it's gonna have to be something to do with like confidence or opening my mind or something like that, because I am going to Indonesia at the end of the month. I feel like I just got back from Slovakia, so just flying off to Indonesia. I've never been that far around the world. It's going to be like a 18-19 hour flight with 3 stops in Qatar and then Jakarta. So it's going to be a lot. Pray for me and my leg room, but yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing trip. I'm going for work, so I'm getting paid to go, which is even more amazing. Yeah, so I think we're just going to have some crystals. Oh, this is still wet. That's very annoying. I accidentally got my salt crystal wet and it's still wet. I need like a way of drying it out. Just see, because I can't tell if like the crystals sweat. That sounds really weird, but sometimes the bowl's just randomly wet. Yeah, it's wet. It's weird. What are they doing? Yeah. I might have to switch this bowl back just because they sweat in this bowl. And that salt crystal doesn't like it. This salt crystal is from Krakow salt mine. It's very cool. Just needs to dry out. Let's have a look. Yes, you're very wet. Why are you all wet? It's very strange. It must be the condensation between this and the... But you wouldn't have thought like a crystal in that bowl. It's bizarre. There's something going on. They're breathing or something. Let's go Inner Confidence and then Dalmatian Jasper, like Joy of the Inner Child. I think that's quite a nice combination. Strange revelation. Okay, we might leave it there because I realised that I left my washing. So I don't have a washing machine. Crazy, I know. In my flat, it didn't come with a washing machine, and washing machines are expensive, not only to buy but also to run. And so I was, using a laundrette, but that was, I think it's about 25 quid a pop. So effectively, I wash a lot of my clothes in the sink because it's easier, cheaper, faster, quicker for me to do, because the laundrette I have to get a train to, and it's a lot of money. So small things like t-shirts and socks and stuff like that, like I can wash them in the sink, hand wash them. I remember my mum used to do it all the time when we lived in a small flat. So yeah, I just like googled how to do it. It's easy enough, so I've been doing that for a long time. But anyway, the point is, I left some washing in the sink because I just suddenly decided to go live out of nothing. So I do need to go see to that, basically. Yeah, so we've done the top part of the altar. We've got the candles on. Whenever I'm doing a kind of spell, or even if I'm just like working here, I like to use this area, I like to do a bit of art sometimes, or if I'm just writing my diary, or like whatever I'm doing, in this area. I like to light those 2 candles. I don't know, I just feel like it helps the energy flow a little bit more. It's quite nice. So yeah, they're my life and death candles. And we got the 2 crystals for joy of the inner child and confidence. And then we've got the 2 offerings that came from Slovakia, the piece of castle, and then the stone that came from the river in the Slovakian National Park. So yeah, that is the top. Oh, and of course my mum's photo there, and the incense, the sage incense, which is currently cleansing the altar as well. Ah, I know what we're missing. So for the top part, just on this bit here, I either put this, which is Palo Santo, which is a wood that in pagan and Native American culture is said to basically open up the sort of communication lines between our world and the next. So this is a very deep sort of feeling that you're going to put on your altar. If you want that, you want like connection to the past, connection to lost loved ones. So that's what that one does. Or this one is selenite, and this is a cleansing crystal. So I feel like we need a cleanse this month. So I'm just going to put that right on the top there, and that's just going to help cleanse a lot of the stuff as well as the sage. Cool. I'm probably going to go now because I need to deal with my washing. But I'm just going to check the comments. Yeah, so busy week. I'm a filmmaker outside of doing all this, and we on Tuesday are screening a lot of our films at the local Everyman Theatre as part of a thing called Homotopia Festival. We're screening 4 short films, which are about, I'd say they're between 6 to 15 minutes long, and then we're showing 6 micro short films that we've made with participants who have been on. So we run a course called Real Queer, which basically aims to introduce filmmaking skills to industry level to people within the queer community within Liverpool. It's a free course, but yeah, so these films have been written, directed, created and crewed with the supervision of us at the film company, by the people on those courses. So it's quite a nice moment to have a screening because it's like time for them to like appreciate their work and everything they've done. So yeah, we've got that on Tuesday evening. I've got a course on Tuesday morning. I have no idea what I'm doing for the rest of the week because I don't have my work calendar in front of me, but I think I'm doing a shoot this weekend. I don't know. I've been away, so my brain's kind of not really on it in terms of knowing what I'm doing, but potentially yes, a busy week, and I'm not particularly looking forward to it because I just want to keep just doing nothing for a bit. But yeah, so yeah, that's me. I hope you guys have a good week too. I will probably go off this live and then continue it, finish the altar clean on TikTok, just so I'm across 2 platforms, and in between finish doing my washing. So anyway, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and goodbye. This is going to be jaunty, guys.